Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Van Vliet looking around. The kick out to Barnes. No good on the three. Los Angeles leading by 11. Done with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Back to Isaac. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Defensive foul.
Great ball movement there.
Scotty Barnes.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, the potential of Jonathan Isaac is truly exciting. This guy is still a bit raw, but he has every tool to be successful, both offensively and defensively.
Now here's Van Vliet. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. And as we were talking about Kawhi Leonard, his defense was the first thing that came up. Coach told me that while Kawhi may not be the individual defensive powerhouse he once was, they're still not going to challenge him more than they need to. Negating Kawhi's presence at that end of the floor is much easier said than done. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now Leonard. Following the miss by Fred Van Vliet from deep. The Clippers need to get off a shot. George, that's a two-pointer. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Raptors trailed by 17. Now Trent. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Van Vliet with it. Isaac picks him up. Right wing. Anunoby, a good look.
Anunoby.
Hits the target from 18 feet.
This is where OG Anunoby is going to grow. That offensive game will expand to the mid-range.
Get ready for the Death Squad.
So it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Zubac. It's George on the wing. Clock at 6. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
When I think of Ivica Zubac, I think about solid big man who is still young and developing. It's really a matter of him gaining confidence at this point.
Taking two shots.
Goal for Zubac is to be a starter in the league.
You know, this guy has started games in the past. He's also played well off the bench. And listen, he's not going to be a guy who shoots with range. But given everything else you need from a center, he can deliver.
Now here's Van Vliet. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The three. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Done outside. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Leonard. Boucher with the ball. They get a hand on it. Leonard looking over the floor. Over Trent. And Boucher sends it back. For three, Van Vliet. His fourth shot, his fourth miss. Still looking for his touch tonight.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket. And
George, here we go. Outside, Batum. Clock is at 3. And here's Leonard from 3. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
.144 left in the first quarter of the game. Jacks up a 3.
OG
Sinks the three-pointer. Anunoby's got 5 now.
Don't give OG Anunoby too much space, boy. He will rise and fire in the catch-and-shoot game.
into the Raptors.
And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 19-5 run. George. Here's Jackson. Second shot opportunity. Pass to George. 5 to shoot. Driving to the basket.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
.55 seconds left here in the first quarter. Just 4 to shoot. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
3.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred VanVleet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
George with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Screen by Zubac. Count that bucket. And the Clippers lead by 15.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Anunoby, good.
Anunoby.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Over in the corner, Batum. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Clippers ball.
.11 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Outside Jackson. There's the steal. And so it's Los Angeles. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be right back after this.
Get ready for the Dirt Squad.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And we see teams around the league trying to integrate star veterans with talented rookies. Greg, it's not always easy, is it?
Not at all, Kevin. And a lot of times it becomes a choice between win now or win later. Though the teams with great coaching and development can oftentimes do both.
Well, we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
Toronto shooting their first free throw of the night.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive.
Kennard for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Luke Kennard's bread and butter, right? The lethal outside shooter who doesn't need much space.
Trent with it. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Reggie Jackson.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Second personal foul.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
Now, here's Kennard. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Raptors trail by 12.
Pascal
Siakam, good.
The assist.
Well, Siakam pushing right through the contact. Go ahead, young sir.
And what you get with Barnes, Greg, tremendous versatility.
And he gets others involved. Kevin plays great defense, has an excellent feel for the games. He doesn't have to score to impact winning, but if you need points from him, the young fella can provide that as well.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Pascal Siakam was the most improved player in 2019. He says, I love that I cannot be able to do something, but if I put in a lot of hours doing it, I can become good at it. The former 27th pick overall said, not to sound arrogant, but I saw this coming. Guys, he bet on himself.
He did. He was smart. He certainly put in the work. D.A., thank you. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Now here's Van Vliet. Leonard with the steal. In the corner, Kennard with it. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
It's Trent on the wing. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Trent. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here are the Clippers now. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Outside Leonard. From deep. And another three for the Clippers.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And here is Van Vliet. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team.
Greg, you've got the unique opportunity right now to watch your son Cole follow in your footsteps. What has changed for players now versus when you played?
Well, I think the players today are so much smarter, and they prepare to be pros at such an earlier age. And honestly, I think that's one of the advantages our league has. You know, you don't have to teach these guys responsibility. You may have to teach them the game, but they are ready, willing, and able to work to achieve their goals.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Bamba. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard attacking. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
One of the key aspects for Kawhi Leonard's scoring per game is his ability to get to the free throw line. This guy lives there.
Kawhi Leonard at the line.
Leonard hits them both. Toronto calls timeout.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Anunoby in the corner. And they get it back. Here's Boucher. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Now here's Jackson. Over in the corner, Batum. Los Angeles with another miss. And the Raptors with possession. Van Vliet outside. Back to Barnes. They could use a bucket. And again, Toronto no up.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Here's Batum. Outside for Jackson. Second chance shot.
Raptors foul.
Driving inside.
Boucher.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
That's a smart play. Jackson will keep going back to it. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
And so he's able to get one of two. And a guy like Nick Batum, all but written off, he went through a rebirth after joining the successful Clippers.
Right, you think about Nick Batum, he had to deal with so many injuries. You forget how complete a player he is when healthy. He showed just how important he can be for an elite team. How about the triple drive ability of Paul George, the quick handles for a guy his size.
Checking in for Toronto, Malachi Flynn.
Here's Batum. No points in the game yet for him. In the corner, George with it. Inside. Here's Isaac. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue
2 minutes
to grow.
remaining in the
They're
first half.
way
2
ahead in
minutes.
that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here is George. He's got 13. Pass to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Into the lineup for the
And that
Raptors.
is just a deflating era on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
It's deflected. Pass to Boucher. Now Anunoby. Traps in the tray.
OG Anunoby.
Anunoby's got 11 points.
He nailed 2 from distance in the opening period. Now gets this one.
Down low. Man.
Terrence Mann with the dunk.
And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Malachi Flynn. That's his first foul.
Fourth team
And Toronto
foul.
making a change here.
Into the lineup for the Raptors, Precious.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half of the game. And yes, it's good. Batum's got his first basket of the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge
That'll be
right
8
now
seconds.
is massive.
Raptors ball.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8
Substitution
seconds.
Toronto.
And Toronto making a change here. Shot and game clock separated by 5. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
LA ball.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter.
There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
And here is Los Angeles now. Jackson has the open look. It's good from long range.
Reggie Jackson.
He's got 10.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the three at almost 60% for the game.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And they've got a lot of ground to make up, and it's hard to do if you continue to struggle offensively.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Pass to Anunoby. Will it go? Batum grabs the miss. To the middle. Here's Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
We call that solid fundamentals. Luke Kennard finding his teammate on time and on target.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Here's Jackson. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Los Angeles going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are... And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. Pass to Trent. Over to the wing. Siakam outside. From outside, off the mark. Over in the corner, Isaac. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Trent. Van Vliet right side. Poke loose. Shot clock at 6. And it's done in the corner. Buries it from three-point range. Dunn's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Clippers.
Now this is the area that Dunn is working on. Wants to be a proficient catch-and-shoot guy.
Toronto ball.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Trent. Siakam outside. Shot clock at 5.
This guy is a perennial all-defensive team member. The wingspan, a problem for offensive players.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got 12.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And Doris, though he's getting the press for his scoring, and he's been prolific, Van Vliet's defense is equally as impressive.
My goodness, great instincts. Rarely fooled. You can't trick him. Quick feet, strength in the post. You see guys try to take advantage of his lack of size. He won't have it.
Outside, George with the drive. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
What a terrific take to the rim. Paul George is just giving it to the defense right now. Tenacious on that drive.
And Doris, we know that Paul George has always been a solid passer, but his assist numbers have been trending up.
Yeah, he's been willing of late to take on more playmaking responsibilities. The skill set was there. It's just early in his career, they needed him to be the lead scorer. Now you're talking about a guy you've got to game plan against as a scorer and as a passer.
Pass to Trent. It's tipped. And now Isaac running the floor all by himself.
Boy, the dynamic Jonathan Isaac anticipates defensively, finishes on the opposite end. That is just so well done.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Isaac with the ball. In the corner, George with it. Isaac a screen. Got a hand on it. To the paint. Here's Bamba.
Toronto foul.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. Second
It's going to be
foul.
on Siakam.
Well, obviously, this is where Mo Bamba is so dangerous. You make a mistake on the defensive end, he's going to take free throws.
That one misses.
And a guy who routinely outworks people. This team feeds off his energy.
Well, Pascal Siakam is a guy described by his coach as a speed player. We know the pressure he puts on teams in transition. He's willing to mix it up physically and sacrifice his body in the post, and this guy will leave it all out on the floor. What a ceiling for Pascal Siakam.
And it's the Clippers' ball. They've scored 10 straight. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Good evening, Kevin. Now, the NBA does get high marks for its diversity, but there is some frustration on that front when you look at head coaches and front office positions. All-star Karl Anthony Towns said, men of color deserve a chance to lead a team, run an organization, and make their mark, not just with a jersey on, but with a suit on. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now Flynn. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Barnes. To the right side. A nice shot by Flynn.
And from beyond the arc, he puts a stop to that 12-0 run by Los Angeles.
Outside, George. And he drives in. That's tipped. Leonard with the steal. Launches a three. Unable to get that one. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Pass to Birch. And it's Trent in the corner. Barnes outside. 4 on the clock. Toronto needs to get off his shot. Here's Flynn. And the 3 off target. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here now, the Clippers. They're on a 12-3 run. Out to the right wing. There's the triple. Los Angeles with another miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Picked him clean.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And stolen by Flynn. Pass to Young. Back to Flynn. The three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Down low. Here's Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
And you really can't help but notice all the points they've continued to get off turnovers.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
Kennard for three. And they recover it. Here's Zubats. Young with the steal. Achua with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Inside. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his first foul.
Third team foul.
There's 47 seconds left to play here in the third. Outside Jackson. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Outside Flynn. It's hauled in by Zubats.
I'll tell you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
In the corner, Kennard with it. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Kennard's got 12.
Well, you want a shooter you can count on. Luke Kennard, welcome to the game.
Third quarter with the score.
And so it's Los Angeles, able to put on a show for the ages. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've shared the load offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Back to Zubats. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Defensive foul.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Number 45.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Zubats. Good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
One minute now into this fourth quarter. A shake. That one wide left.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Pass to Achua. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Siakam. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Zubats with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Now here's Jackson. Here's Kennard. Oh, that's blocked. They retain possession. Off target from three-point range. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Kicks it out to Siakam. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
In the corner, Kennard with it. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Pass to Mikhailuk. From deep. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Following this, they get to host the Rockets.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Here's Watanabe. We've heard the calls for more diversity among head coaches, Greg. With the turnover this offseason came a lot of opportunity.
And Kevin, that's really what it's all about, right? The league's values of diversity and inclusion have been really pushed to the forefront. And I think that's one reason why our game is so popular globally, because it is so inclusive.
And the foul called on Watanabe. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Raptors foul call.
And the foul called on Watanabe. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Third team foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Well, just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. George with no one around.
3 points.
An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Here's Van Vliet. And he lays it straight in. Van Vliet's got his first bucket of the night.
Now you see the wherewithal of Fred Van Vliet. Finds the soft spot in the defense and converts.
And here's George. Just 5 to shoot. Isaac misses. Here's on an open. Van Vliet outside. You know, Doris, the debate about what makes someone an MVP is always interesting. In your mind, and you're a voter, what are the qualities of an MVP-worthy player?
You know, Kevin, one of the things that fascinated me about the most recent MVP selection was some of the slander sent to Nikola Jokic. And I think it had everything to do with him not passing the eye test. And by that, I mean, he didn't have eye-popping athleticism. But he was my runaway choice for MVP because he is so highly skilled. And he is so valuable to what they do on the offensive end of the floor. He has vision. He has the ability to score the basketball in the paint and outside the paint. He can manipulate defenses because of his high basketball IQ. It was such a fascinating conversation, and what a worthy MVP for Nikola Jokic.
They grabbed their own miss. It's intercepted. Now Trent. Overdone. Misses off the right iron.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Fifth team foul.
And that one falls for Bamba.
Boy, guys, when you think about Mo Bamba setting the record at the NBA Draft Combine, a 7'10", eye-popping wingspan, and amongst his draft class, he had the longest standing reach. So we are talking about a big-time, long athlete here.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
Leonard with the ball. And just a couple years ago, Doris, it seemed, didn't it, like bigs were a dying breed in the NBA. Then last season, 2 of the top MVP candidates were centers.
There was so much conversation that the true 5 men, the center position, was no longer in vogue. And then all of a sudden, look what happens. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid were neck and neck for long stretches of the season. Both 5 men, both highly skilled. To me, it's always about, can you play the game or can you not play the game? And those 2 men, they can play.
Toronto with the ball. Pass to Achua. .136 left in the game. Trent can't hit.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for George.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Pass to Anunoby. 14 feet away.
Well, the instincts of Kawhi Leonard on the defensive end are so pure. Sending back wide.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Back to George. From outside the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it.